Chaton, your next big subconscious upgrade. The why expectation attention loop. How your subconscious quietly creates your normal. If you want another core concept that can dramatically improve your odds of success, learn this one. Sha. Your subconscious doesn't just store memories and habits, it also runs a qual prediction and filtering system. It constantly decides without asking you what matters right now, what to notice and what to ignore, what events mean, what outcomes are likely, what actions feel safe or pointless, what you should expect from people in life. That system is essentially a loop. Expectation, attention, interpretation, action, proof, expectation. And here's the truth that changes everything. If you don't program your expectations on purpose, your past will do it for you, and then your attention will spend all day collecting proof that your old expectations were right. That's why people can want a new life while still living inside the same emotional weather. Their subconscious is filtering reality to match the old story. The good news, this loop is programmable fast if you do it with consistency. This article will teach you how to modify your subconscious using one of the most powerful levers available. What you expect and what you repeatedly notice as proof. 1. Why expectation is a subconscious superpower. Expectations aren't just thoughts, they're like invisible instructions. Look for evidence that this is true. Prepare for this kind of outcome. Don't waste energy on outcomes that never happen for me. If your expectation is people disappoint, your attention becomes a detective collecting disappointment data. If your expectation is, I can always return to calm and take the next step, your attention starts noticing moments of steadiness, even small ones, and those moments become your new proof. Your subconscious is evidence driven. But here's the twist. Your subconscious treats repeated attention as evidence, meaning what you repeatedly focus on starts to feel like reality, even when it's only a slice of reality. So if you want to change your subconscious, you learn to do two things. 1. Install a new expectation. 2. Train attention to collect proof that supports it. That's how you build a new normal. 2. The loop that runs most lives. Scan, conclude, repeat. Most people live in a loop they don't realize they're running. 1. Something happens. 2. They scan for what's wrong. 3. They conclude a meaning. 4. They react. 5. They get some kind of result. 6. That result becomes proof. 7. Proof strengthens the expectation. 8. The cycle repeats. This is not a character flaw, it's a training effect. Your subconscious was built to protect you, and protection often looks like predicting problems, scanning for danger, bracing for disappointment, staying small to avoid risk, avoiding discomfort, seeking quick relief. So the goal is not to shame yourself out of this. The goal is to upgrade the loop. 3. The expectation attention loop explained simply. Here's the core concept you're learning today. Expectation determines what your subconscious looks for. Hamsa, what you shall notice, becomes what you believe is true. Hamshansana, what you believe is true, shapes what you can do. Hanshansai, what you do creates outcomes that become proof. Proof strengthens the original expectation, so if you want to reprogram the subconscious, you don't only change behavior, you also change the expectation you preload, the proof you collect, the meaning you assign. It's like changing the algorithm your mind uses to build your life. Map 4. The most common subconscious expectation programs. Let's name some classic programs. Masa program. Urgency equals safety. Expectation. If I'm not rushing, I'll fall behind. Attention. Looks for signs you're behind. Interpretation. This is bad. Action. Rush. Multitask. Anxiety. Proof. Mistakes. Burnout. Incomplete tasks. New expectation. See, I can't slow down. Program. Avoidance equals relief. Expectation. If I start, I'll get overwhelmed. Attention looks for signs the task is huge. Interpretation, too much. Action, avoid. Proof, relief, plus more delay. New expectation, starting is dangerous. Program, connection is risky. Expectation, people disappoint. Attention, watches for inconsistency. Interpretation, I knew it. Action, withdraw, test, over-explain. Proof, relationships don't deepen. New expectation, people don't show up. Program, I'm the exception. Expectation, good things happen for others, not me. Attention, notices others' wins and your setbacks. Interpretation, of course. Action, half try, quit early, self-protect. Proof, less progress. New expectation, see, not for me. These programs aren't permanent, they're learned, which means they can be relearned. 5. The core concept you're learning. You don't need perfect thoughts, you need a better filter. A lot of people try to think positive and fail because they make it too big and too fake. This is different. You're not trying to hallucinate a perfect life. You're training your subconscious to adopt a healthier, more effective default filter. Calmer, more forward moving, more evidence based, more self respecting, more growth oriented. A good subconscious filter produces better outcomes because it produces better choices. 6. The method. P.L.A.N.T. Here is your practical tool, your next loop method. P. Preload. A believable expectation. L. Lock in. A cue. A. Aim. Attention at proof. N. Name. The meaning. T. Take. A tiny aligned action. This is how you take control of what your subconscious is learning from your day. Let's break it down. Step P. Preload a believable expectation. The key word is believable, not everything is amazing, not I never struggle. Believable expectations sound like I can return to calm and choose my next step. Small progress counts and compounds. I can handle discomfort for 2 minutes. I don't need urgency to be effective. I can build this steadily. I can learn my way into results. These create a stable inner platform. Your subconscious loves calm plus doable. Pick 1. Expectation for 7 to 14 days. Step L. Lock in a cue. A loop that starts randomly won't win, so we attach it to something that already happens. Choose one cue. After coffee, when you sit at your desk, when you open your laptop, when you brush your teeth, when you pick up your phone for the first time, right before you check messages, stats. Same cue, same expectation every day. That's how the subconscious learns. Repetition plus consistency. Step A. Aim attention at proof. This is the magic. Your brain is already collecting proof all day, usually for the old story. Now you train it to collect proof for the new expectation. Proof examples. I paused. I started. I returned. I did 2 minutes. I didn't overreact. I didn't check for reassurance immediately. I chose a calm step. This isn't denial, it's balanced evidence gathering. You're showing your subconscious. There is new data now. Step N. Name the meaning. This is where people often lose power. They do something good and then interpret it as not enough. If you want the subconscious to change, you must interpret your proof correctly. Example, you do 2 minutes of work. Old interpretation, that's nothing. Upgraded interpretation, that's identity training. You pause before reacting. Old interpretation, I still felt upset. Upgraded interpretation, I led myself through it. Your meaning assignment is subconscious programming, so you name the meaning deliberately. Step T. Take a tiny, aligned action. Your subconscious believes behavior more than affirmations, so you end the loop with a tiny action that matches your new expectation. Examples. Write 1 sentence. Upload 1 image. send one email, create one draft, take one calming breath and choose one next step, tidy one small area, plan one task. Tiny actions are powerful because they are repeatable. Repeatable becomes identity. 7. Why this method changes your life. This loop works because it changes the mechanics of your reality building. You install a better expectation, you train attention to find proof, you assign a new meaning, you take aligned action, you accumulate evidence. Evidence becomes identity, identity becomes behavior, behavior becomes outcomes, outcomes confirm the new expectation. That's a full subconscious rewrite cycle, and it's much gentler than fix yourself. It's more like train your mind to see and repeat what works. 8. The proof ledger. If you do nothing else from this article, do this. Keep a proof ledger for 14 days. It's one page, and each day you write. 3 proof moments. 1 meaning line. Example. Proof. 1. I did 2 minutes even though I didn't feel like it. 2. I paused before checking my phone. 3. I finished one small task, meaning I'm becoming steady and I follow through in small steps. That's subconscious reprogramming, and that's how you build a new self-concept with receipts. The subconscious trusts receipts. 9. The expectation scripts. Here are a few extremely high success scripts. Pick the one that feels believable and stabilizing. Option A, calm plus action. I return to calm, then I take the next right step. Masha. Option B, consistency. Small progress is powerful and I repeat it daily. Option C, confidence. I trust myself to handle what's in front of me. Option D, money steadiness. I handle money calmly and make one good decision at a time. Hack option E, relationships plus boundaries. I can be kind and clear at the same time. Pick one. Don't rotate daily. Let your subconscious learn one lesson deeply. 10. The attention training exercise. Here's an exercise that feels almost too simple, but it works because it targets the filter directly. The 60-second proof scan. Set a timer for 60 seconds. Ask, what are 3 signs today that I am becoming the person I want to be? Then find 3. They can be tiny. You drank water. You paused before reacting. You did one small step. You chose not to spiral. You returned to your plan. You said no. You stayed present. This trains attention. Attention trains expectation. Expectation trains behavior. It's a chain reaction. 11. The meaning upgrade list. A major reason people don't change is they do the rep and then interpret it in a way that kills the rep. Here are meaning upgrades you can borrow. This is proof of leadership. This is evidence I return. This is how my new identity is built. This counts because it is repeatable. I am practicing steadiness. I'm collecting proof, not perfection. This is a new normal in training. Use these like subtitles for your life. Your subconscious reads subtitles. Chapter 12. How to use this for your real goals. Let's apply the loop to a real-world creator business life because that's where subconscious programming matters most. Hack. Goal. Consistent creation. Old expectation. I need motivation to create. New expectation. I start small and create from calm. What you train your attention to notice. You opened the document. You made a draft. You scheduled one post. You improved one thing. You showed up even messy. Tiny aligned action. 2-minute draft. Outline 3 bullet points. Create one thumbnail concept. Write one hook. Upload one listing photo. Meaning line. This is what consistent creators do. That becomes identity. Identity produces output. Output produces traction. Traction produces belief. That's the loop. Goal, money steadiness. Old expectation. Money creates panic. New expectation. I handle money calmly and steadily. Attention proof. You checked one number calmly. You made one small plan. You avoided impulse buying. You asked one good question. You chose a practical step. Tiny action. Pay one bill. Review one expense. Write one plan line. Next step, send one message or request for info, meaning line. I'm becoming someone who feels safe being responsible. That is a deep rewire. Goal, healthy relationships plus boundaries. Old expectation, if I say no, I'll be disliked. New expectation, I can be kind and clear. Attention proof, you paused before responding. You didn't over explain. You kept a boundary. You chose self respect. You let someone's mood be theirs. Tiny action, draft a boundary text. Practice a simple sentence out loud. Delay your response instead of appeasing. Meaning line, I'm safe when I'm honest. That changes everything. 13. The two loops you must separate, building versus evaluating. Here's a subtle subconscious sabotage. People try to build and evaluate at the same time. They do a tiny step and immediately judge. Is this working? Should I pivot? What if it fails? That pulls you into the old scanning loop. So here's a core rule. Build first, evaluate later. Give yourself a protected window each day. 10 minutes of building, no evaluation, no stat checking, no comparing. Then, later, have a small evaluation window where you review. This keeps your subconscious from linking action with stress. It trains action as safe. Safe action repeats. 14. The identity glue. Self-approval after the rep. This is another missing piece for many people. They do the rep and then move on without rewarding it. Your subconscious repeats what feels rewarded. The most powerful reward is brief self-approval, not ego, not hype, just a simple acknowledgement. Try one of these. That's me, I return. Good, I kept my word. This is my new normal training. I'm proud of that step. That counts. You're not begging your subconscious to change. You're training it like a good coach trains an athlete. Effort, reward, repeat. MAJ 15, the 7-day program. Here's a short program that creates real momentum and gives your subconscious a clean, focused lesson. Day 1. Choose your expectation. Pick one script. I return to calm, then I take the next right step. Write it at the top of your proof ledger. Day 2. Choose your cue plus tiny action cue when you sit at your desk. Action. 2 minutes of the next right step on your most important project. Day 3. Add the 60-second proof scan. Do it midday. What are 3 signs I'm becoming steady? Day 4. Add meaning upgrades. After your 2-minute action, say out loud, this counts because it's repeatable. Day 5. Practice during a real trigger. Pick a mild trigger. Overwhelm. Urge to check phone. Urge to avoid run. P.L.A.N.T in the moment. Preload. Cue. Proof. Meaning, tiny action. Day 6. Expand proof to relationships or money. One calm choice in another area. Write it in the ledger. Day 7. Review your evidence. Read the week's proofs out loud, then write one sentence. What does this week prove about me? This is where the subconscious starts to accept the new identity. 16. The don't break the spell rule. Your subconscious is like wet cement at first, so protect it from 2 things. Overexposure to negativity. Not never read news, not avoid reality. Just don't marinate in content that reinforces old fear loops. 2. Excessive comparison. Comparison trains attention to scan for I'm behind. If you must compare, compare wisely. Compare to your old self. Compare to your proof ledger. Compare to your consistency streak. That's healthier data. 17. A gentle truth. Your subconscious believes what you repeat under pressure. Real programming isn't what you do on your best day. It's what you do on your stressed day. That's why this loop is so powerful, because it's built for real life. Even if all you do is one exhale, one tiny step, one proof sentence, you are training a new default, and defaults run your life. 18. The deepest takeaway. If you want to modify your subconscious mind effectively, learn this. Hacks. Your life is shaped by what you expect and what you repeatedly notice as proof. So become deliberate, preload a better expectation, aim your attention at evidence, name the meaning, take the tiny step, collect proof, do that long enough, and your subconscious stops asking, "Is this true?" It simply says, "This is who we are now." A ready-to-use loop you can start today. Your expectation. I return to calm, then I take the next right step. At your cue. When I sit down to work, Hensak your tiny action. 2 minutes on the next right step. Sema your proof line. Today I returned to calm and did chag. Run that for 14 days and your subconscious will have a new file of evidence. And evidence is what changes identity. Identity is what changes behavior. Behavior is what changes life.